Hello everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting out war against the grey. Today's video, we are going to start collecting Bot War, and today we're going to take a look at one half of the Bot War 2 Turbo Edition starter set, and that half today will be the Valiants. These are the more colourful miniatures you see centered on the right here of the video. Now, we're going to go through all the models in this box set for the Valiants, talk a little bit about them and what they provide on the tabletop, before looking at a couple of other Valiant models we can bring and add into the force. We'll finally finish off the video with a little sample army of 80 points, which is the standard size game for Bot Wars, for hopefully you to use as some inspiration for starting your own Valiant force for Bot Wars. Now, it should be said the Bot War 2 Turbo Edition does come with everything you see pictured here. It has the two halves of forces, it has a bunch of energy counters, as well as dice and tape measure, and all the cards you need to play the game. Now, looking at the miniatures, first of all, we have Ducal. He is fast becoming my favourite miniature of my own Valiant set. He is an absolute monster on the table. Strategy rating 10 means this model activates really late in the turn. Movement 7, range and combat 4, along with shield 4. He is super solid. He also provides 3 energy for you as well at the top of the turn, and has 10 damage to be taken before he's knocked out, which makes him an incredibly powerful fighter. Now, he's got Inspiring Presence, which any friendly model that can draw a line of sight to this model can reroll one of the dice of their choice, though this can only be used once per turn. But on top of this as well, he has Combat Sword and Combat Shield. Combat Sword, when attacked with a close attack, models with a Combat Sword can choose a close attack dice from the opponent to reroll. This is super impressive an ability. And Combat Shield as well. Not only are you forcing your opponent to reroll, but you can swap a single shield dice for a critical dice when shielding against attacks as well. Now, on top of this, he has Purer Purpose. This stops him being able to be affected by mind controls abilities as well. Though, it is noted that he cannot be taken if you take War Duke or General Duke as well. So, just some options there. Obviously, they're more advanced options of Ducal. Now, we then have Supercharge, who is next. Supercharge has a strategy rating of 4. He activates pretty early on in the turn for some of the models in here. Movement 7, range 2. He's all about that combat though, which is 3, along with his shield of 3. His big thing is he has air support, combining this with teleport, which is really fun, meaning he can effectively jump around the table with some really nice maneuverability to bring his shooting to bear, and then hopefully set up some attacks later on in the game, or indeed help you get out some extra abilities. Now, next up we have Traffic Stop. Traffic Stop is strategy rating 6, so activating around the middle of the turn. His big thing, he's got range 3, shield 3 on him, and the Sharpshooter ability. What Sharpshooter is going to allow him to do is he can reroll a single ranged attack dice once per turn, so pretty simple stuff on him. Cold Start on the other one is a really interesting one. This model has Surge, which is a really interesting ability. Surge here will allow one of your models, if they make an attack that damages the target, for each additional one of the energy cubes they've still got on their profile, they actually add extra damage. Herbs is probably, I think, one of the most useful characters inside this half of the box set. His big ability is Efficient, where effectively he gets a free action per turn. He's also got Obscure on there as well, where he always counts as being in cover, which is super nice. But that Efficient rule really is super useful, enabling him to go around, grab objectives nice and easily. Lastly, we have RJ, who has Sniper, where when she's making long-range attacks, she can get some crit dice in there. She is just generally a really good little backfield sniper. She's dirt cheap at 4 points, and, you know, she's not going to provide an awful lot, but she definitely can help provide that little bit of pick-off damage, and if she can roll hot on those crit dice, she can really be a power source for your force. Hey, as well, while we're at it, just a reminder that we do have an affiliate code for Bot War. If you want to go grab yourself a little discount, there is a discount code linked down in the video's description for you to use to get yourself some discount off the Bot Wars miniatures. Anything that is not already discounted is available to be used with our discount code. Go check out the game, go grab yourself some Bot Wars, get a discount and help support the channel, not only to keep producing content for Bot Wars, but indeed other miniature games as well. And so, looking at where we can go to next. Now, first of all, I'm going to take a look at Humvee. Humvee is only 7 points and provides you with another combat support character. Humvee is definitely something that can be used to help support Dukao in there, I find. His Pugilist ability means he can reroll 1 close attack dice per turn, and he's got, 2 on his close attack, so he's not necessarily going to put out an awful lot, but getting that reroll on him is nice as well. Strategy rating 6, he can activate that a little bit earlier, help sort of set up combats for Dukao to come in. His shield of 3 is really nice though for his points. Now, Dream Machine is the other option. This model has the Lucky Special rule, where it can reroll 2 shield dice per turn, and this can be 2 dice in a single roll or 1 dice into separate rolls. I find this incredibly powerful. The fact he's got 3 for his shielding as well, I think it makes him super useful, especially with that strategy rating 3. He can activate really early on in the turn and then have some defense dice to roll later on and get those rerolls in, keeping himself on objectives and stuff. He's a great objective capturing model. Now, he does also have the blinded rule as well, where if a model with this rule damages the target, the damaged model's line of sight is reduced to 2 inch until its next activation. This is another great support ability, helping him if anyone is, too particularly close to him. Unless they can charge him, they're probably not going to get to actually attack him. Now, next we have a model here, Road Knight and Longstride. This is actually the same model, and depending on the paint scheme you use for them, depends on what they are, though you can certainly paint them any way you want to and just count them as. First of all, we have Road Knight, who is just a straight-up combat fighter. No special abilities, he's just got a super ability of ram attack in there to get some combat. Movement 8 is really nice, though, and combat attack of 4 can make him quite powerful. The other one is a more shooting variation, which is Longstride. This has a movement of 8, once again, is really nice, though it does add 1 less energy to your pool, only 2 instead of the 3 that Road Knight would add. But it does have a couple of cool abilities. First of these is Iron Skin. Against range attacks, you can reroll a single shield dice, and then you've also got the Nuclear Shells ability as well, where if damaged by a model with this rule, all remaining activations and power boosts on the damaged model that turn cost 1 extra energy. So another really great utility piece. I think him and Dream Machine are really nice additions to your force. Lastly, we're looking at some combat characters, and we have Hellostorm and Dustwind. Both of these models are going to have the Martial Warrior ability, which is another cool combat ability you're going to get, where this model can perform 2 super abilities in a game, but these must be the same super ability. So this can be the same super ability, or it can be 2 different ones if you want as well. Now, Combat Scimitar is the rule we have on Hellostorm, who has air support and ram attack, which is really fun. So Combat Scimitar is effectively going to allow him to get up to 2 rerolls in close combat attacks, and both must be rolled together though at the same time, and you can't reroll a reroll or anything like that. And then the other one is you've got Iron Skin, as we've already talked about, along with Martial Warrior on ram attack and air support with Dustwind. And so here we have our sample army for the Valiants. Now, of course, we've got all the models in the initial box set here. So we've got Dukao, we've got Supercharge, Traffic Stop, Cold Start, Herbs, and RJ. I think these provide you with a really solid start. And what we've chosen to add to them is add a little bit more shooting power, because really, Dukao will be absolutely anything in combat he needs to. He's an absolute beast in combat. Now, the addition we've gone for is adding Longstride in. I think Longstride is an excellent addition here. If you maybe wanted to go down the combat route, I'd be looking at Dustwind or Hellostorm. I think Hellostorm is probably my favourite. Costs 15 though, so you would have to probably drop Longstride and RJ out for Hellostorm to come into your force, or indeed maybe Supercharge and RJ in there. That maybe is an option if you want to bring someone like Hellostorm in. But the force we've got here has 43 damage to be done to it. That's a pretty decent amount. 7 models in your force as well. And 17 energy means with the 7 models we've got, at least everyone's going to get 2. And then you've got 3 extra models that are going to be able to make use of those extra energy. Not remembering that Herbs as well gets that free one. So you potentially could have Herbs on 2, and then you get yourself another one on top of that for Herbs. Or what I like to do is with Herbs, just give him 1 energy and then you use the second one on him as well. But if you've been playing with some Valiants, if you've been playing with Dukao and his fighters, let us know how you're going with the starter set, what your thoughts are, what your favourite models are to add to this force down in the comments below. And so that's the end of the video. We hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our fantastic little community here, we have a Discord server which is linked down in the video's description. Also linked down in the video's description are the best ways to help support the channel. If you would like to, you can do so either by YouTube members or Patreon, or by grabbing yourself some merch at Teespring or at our Ko-fi store. All of them are linked down in the video's description. As a special thank you to our Patreons and YouTube members, we'd like to give you all a shout out. So thank you to our Patreons: Christian Weir, Soren, Kenny Lowe, Outer and Shot First, Andrew Bowen, The Rising Ape, Q Dynamic, JJ Austrian, Average Wargamer, Domir, Mark Harvey, James Cater, Benjamin Swallers, Redman, Iron Grinch, Nicholas Colomos, Colorblind Magic, Grimscold, and Andy C. And to our YouTube members of Green Rich Gaming, Ronya, Lock Lorick, The Johnny84, David Ellsworth, Wolfric Nick, Baroque Chef, Ariana Edwards, Revenar, Pink Nico Fire, Robin Mankiller, Monty's Tabletop Terrain, John Castle, Davis Weird, James Tillman, Gargamel196, and Disco. Lastly, a special thanks first of all to Lady Witchfox Art, who does all the amazing artwork for the channel, everyone who helps come and provide the games for everyone to watch on the channel as well, and indeed all our fantastic mods and members of the community who keep our Discord and comment section a fantastic place for all to be. Thank you all once again, everyone. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the grey. Ciao for now.